You've got the skills, the expertise you've spent years building up. But what if you could turn all that knowledge into your own business? That's what we're talking about today. We're going to break down the exact legal steps you need to take to launch your own consultancy right here in Nepal. So let's jump right in.
Okay, so you're ready to make that leap, huh? To finally be your own boss and call the shots. It's an awesome feeling, but, and this is a big but, a great start, well, it needs a rock-solid legal foundation. And that's exactly what we're going to build together today. A clear roadmap to get you launched the right way, right from the get-go.
All right, first things first. Before you even think about a cool company name or designing a logo, you've got a massive decision to make, and that is, what's the legal structure of your business going to be? Trust me, this isn't just boring paperwork. This one choice impacts your personal risk, how much tax you'll pay, and frankly, how big your consultancy can ever get.
Okay, and here's a super important point that trips a lot of people up right at the start. In Nepal, the term consultancy firm, well, it's not actually a legal thing. It's just a description of what you do. It's a business activity. To actually operate legally, you have to pick one of the official legal structures that we're about to dive into. So, what are your choices? Well, you've basically got three main roads you can go down. First up, the sole proprietorship. It's simple, for sure, but, and this is huge, your personal assets are totally on the line. Then you've got the partnership, which is great if you're teaming up with someone, but you still have that exact same problem, unlimited liability. And then there's the private limited company. This is the one that puts a wall between your business and your personal stuff. Honestly, for anyone who's serious about growing their business and protecting themselves, this is the way to go. So we're going to focus on that path. Okay, so you've decided on the private limited company. Smart move. It really is the best route for building a consultancy that can scale up and has real credibility. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to walk through the exact steps you need to take to get this thing registered. All right, let's break down the first part of the process. Step 1, reserve your company name online. Pro tip, have a few backups ready just in case your first choice is taken. Next, you'll need to prepare your two most important documents. The Memorandum of Association, or MOA, that basically says what your company does, and the Articles of Association, the AOA, which says how it's run. Once you submit all that and get the green light, your next stop is the tax office to get your PAN. Think of the PAN as your business's unique tax fingerprint. So once that core registration is done, you're not quite at the finish line. There are a few more compliance hurdles. You might need to register for VAT, but only if you think your revenue is going to cross a certain line. You'll also need to get registered with your local municipality or ward office. And listen up, because this last one is absolutely critical. If your field is regulated, we're talking engineering, law, anything like that, you must get your professional license. It is not optional. Seriously, trying to operate without it could get you shut down before you even land your first client. So I mentioned that VAT threshold. What is it? Well, the magic number to remember is 5 million Nepali rupees. If you think your annual revenue is going to hit or go over that 5 million mark, then registering for VAT isn't a choice. It becomes mandatory. Okay, the big question, how long is all of this going to take? Let's be real about the timeline. Getting your name reserved, that's pretty quick, just a few days. But the main event, the review by the Office of the Company Registrar, that can take anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. So realistically, you should probably budget at least a full month, maybe even a little more, to get everything completely buttoned up and legal. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What if I'm not ready for a full-blown private limited company just yet? And that's fair. There are simpler paths if you're flying solo or just starting a small partnership. But, and it's a big but, they come with a major trade-off. Look, setting up a sole proprietorship or a partnership is definitely faster, no doubt about it. And that's why it's so tempting, especially if you just want a quick start or a little side hustle. But here's that trade-off I mentioned, and you need to hear this loud and clear. Both of those options come with unlimited personal liability. Let me spell out what that means. If your business gets into trouble, gets sued, racks up debt, they can come after your personal stuff. Your house, your car, your savings, it's all at risk. It's a massive gamble you have to be willing to take. All right, you made it through the legal maze. You've got your incorporation certificate in hand. Awesome, congratulations. But, the work is just getting started, right? So let's talk about what comes next. Your action plan for the first 90 days of business. Yeah, think of that incorporation certificate like the starting pistol in a race. It's not the finish line. It just means the race has officially begun. The legal entity is there on paper, but now you have to actually build the business.
So here's your immediate to-do list. First thing, get a separate corporate bank account. Do not mix your personal and business finances. Next, get your client contracts locked down. Don't do a single hour of work without a signed agreement. Planning on hiring? You need to register with the labor authorities right away. And finally, get into good habits from day one. That means keeping your company records straight and having a system ready for taxes before you even send your first invoice. Okay, let's wrap up by talking about how to avoid the legal landmines that can totally blow up a new consultancy. These are the classic, predictable mistakes that can sink even a brilliant business idea. Knowing what they are now can save you a world of hurt later on. All right, here are the big 4 pitfalls you've got to watch out for. Number 1, picking the wrong legal structure right at the beginning, especially if you have big plans to grow. Number 2, a poorly written MOA. If your objectives are vague, you're just asking for trouble down the road. Number 3, messing around with tax rules. Seriously, don't do it. The penalties are no joke. And finally, using weak or non-existent client contracts. A solid contract isn't about being difficult, it's about being professional. It creates clarity and protects everybody involved.
And there you have it, a clear roadmap to take you from just an idea to a legally registered, sound consultancy. You've done the hard work to lay a solid foundation. You've built the base for everything that comes next. So now the only question left is, what amazing business are you going to build on it?